until it begins to brown a bit on the edges. The butter is fuzzed off or burned off.
We have our first tweet of this debate, and it comes to us from, I believe, Ehezy. And the question is, what are the partisan issues in the township? Ehezy asks. And so for this one, we start with Mr. Upsummer.
Well, thank you to the resident at home that tweeted in the question. And I would say that we really don't have partisan issues. I would say that land use is the primary issue that the board deals with. That and the annual budget would be the primary responsibility of the board. And land use decisions are really not partisan. You know, whether we're trying to decide, should this be municipal use, should it be a library, or should it be a school system, or should it be single-family housing or multifamily housing? And I don't think that really is a partisan issue. We're actually kind of unique in Michigan in that cities, and not many people know this, but cities have nonpartisan races as well as school boards. But under state law, township races are partisan, so we all declare a partisan affiliation. But I don't really see too many issues that cross the partisan lines.
Ms. Piper?
Thank you. I am not aware of any partisan issues in the Meridian Township.
Friday was a basketball fun fest at Michigan State University's IM West.
Just to see the joy of the kids playing basketball, seeing the smiles on their face, even if they're just kind of standing around, it's just getting them exercise.
Over 600 athletes and 20 teams came together for the Ingham area Michigan Special Olympics basketball tournament.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chu. I'm a production intern at HOMTV. I didn't know anything coming in, so I was just completely just like a whiteboard waiting to take in all the information.
My name is Camille McCombs, and I am a reporting intern here at HOMTV. Coming in, I had no really experience in college. I did a little bit, so really the experience that I could gain here is what brought me here.
Hi, my name is Kelsey, and I'm a social media and promotion intern at HOMTV. Some of my everyday activities include going online and monitoring social media in addition to creating posts for it. As part of the social media intern, I go to events and I'll do live Twitter or live Facebook for that event. And then afterwards we'll sit down and discuss what went well and what we can improve on for next time.
Conveying a message, holding a conversation, signaling actions, or even singing lyrics. The Lansing Community College Sign Language Interpreter Program trains students how to perform this communication skill.
And I continued taking classes, and I just kind of fell in love with the language and decided to see if I would like it. I've never really felt compassionate about anything so much in my life.
A passion that also formed for student Mason Lewis, who entered the program without any prior experience.
I didn't know any deaf people when I started, and it was just something that I'd always been curious about, and I felt a really natural fit for me because I was so expressive. And then when I started meeting deaf people, I was hooked. I was absolutely fascinated with deaf culture, and I didn't realize like how different it was compared to hearing culture, and I love it.
But just to give you a recap for Meridian Township races here and what happened. So in the 12th district county commission race, Deb Nolan, she's the incumbent. She was up against Republican challenger Christopher Passat. Both of them ran unopposed in the primary election, and obviously they ran against each other in the general election. There are 9 precincts that vote for 12th District County Commission race. The final precinct is behind us, and that final precinct has 2,553 registered voters. So right now, Deb Nolan has 3,496 votes, and Christopher Passat has 2,343 votes. She has almost 60% of the vote, and he has 40%.
Republican parties. Michigan, there's been criticism that you have to state your political party in order to vote in that party's primary. Now, on the surface, that makes a lot of sense because you don't want people to just simply cancel out voters or choose both sides. Some people think they should be able to vote in both of them, and you could actually try to obviously rig it. If there's a majority in one party, you can actually get people to kind of rig how that would go. But there is.
Thanks, Julie. We're here at Pizza House in East Lansing. I'm with Township Trustee candidate, Democratic, Dan Opsimer. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. Great to be here, and thank you to the folks at HOMTV for doing all the election night coverage.
Thank you. So, how has your experience on the Planning Commission prepared you to become a trustee?
Well, I would say it's probably the most pertinent experience that you can bring to the board. Most of the matters that come before the board involve land use, so 80% of their workload pretty much encompasses what the Planning Commission deals with on a day-to-day basis. So and I think that's why you see historically many members of the Planning Commission go on to serve on the board.
Okay.
The ball that the Meridian Township Fire Department has put together with more than 1,000 lights is dropping. Countdown to New Year's Eve fireworks at 6:45. We're ringing in the new year a little early here in Meridian Township. We had a successful showing. Oh, it looks like it's almost done. We had a showing of our documentary that will be showing again at 7:30. There's plenty of people here waiting, and like I said, they're counting down to have fireworks blast off. We want to wish you a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2017.
For years used art in my practice. I've done a lot of sexual abuse groups, a lot of grief support groups, and I just find that people can communicate sometimes a lot better doing art than just trying to talk. So I've done it forever, and then we moved across the street a couple years ago, and I knew the daycare center was here, and so I thought maybe they'd be interested in doing some art therapy. So every Monday I come 1 o'clock and we do something different. We've done self-portraits, we've done their pets, all kinds of things. Today we made a Mardi Gras mask. I tried to think of something that would just be special and fun for them because I knew you were going to be here. And so it looks like it was fun and special. They had a great time. And the masks are beautiful.
And speaking of dark stores, many empty storefronts in Meridian Township have business owners' concerns on the rise. HOMTV's Deja Green has the details.
Wondering why the door is locked? And it's not because it's after business hours. This is just one of about 60 empty storefronts here in Meridian Township.
These vacant storefronts have become a concern for local business owners in the township.
There's not many other businesses in here, so no one's going to come here unless they're going to come get other pizza places in Arizona. That's the only way they know they come through here.
With blight in the area, some business owners are hopeful for what is to come.
I feel it's temporary and it will improve very soon. I don't know when and how, but there's always somebody trying to think of some plans, and I think it'll be beautiful.
For the storefronts that are owned but vacant, the decision is left up to the owner.
We can't force an owner to move a business into that store location. But what the township can do is we can provide any information regarding utilities, square footage, along those lines to either the developer or interested parties.
In Meridian Township, Deja Green, HOMTV.
At this time, Meridian Township has not yet released the final number of empty storefronts.
Turkey, the star of many holiday meals. Turkey frying has become increasingly popular over the last few years. When it comes to oil temperature, heating instructions recommend the oil reaching around 375 degrees.
Once you get to the 400 mark and above, that's when you're really starting to get into the danger zone as far as the oil being too hot and being pretty ready to ignite.
Your oil will indicate when it's too hot for frying.
When I did a last check of the temperature on that, we were about 425, 430. So we were definitely a little bit into the red zone as far as the temperature goes. And that was evident when you saw me take that lid off. You see the little wisps of smoke coming out of there. Then that's definitely a red flag that, oh, wait a minute, I've got my oil too hot here.
Dropping the turkey too fast and incorrect oil temperature can lead to a grease fire.
It did bubble over. It did create a mess of oil on the ground, and it did catch fire right around the burner itself.
Just like cooking anything else, never leave your turkey fryer unattended.
I always come up with the funny little rhymes and sayings that go with this, and for this one it's always keep your eyes on what you fry.
And before you head outside to fry up that turkey, make sure you take this with you, just in case a problem arises.
Regular indoor fire extinguisher or dry chemical fire extinguisher will work with no problem on a fire outside with your turkey fryer.
The best way to make sure you successfully fry this year's turkey is to
take your time. That's the biggest thing with it. Take your time. If you take your time, it'll be delicious, trust me.
Reporting in Meridian Township, Camille McCombs, HOMTV.